And the next project will be this. This is a hybrid Telecaster body, which will accept Stratocaster pickups and controls. And I did order a neck with it, roasted maple. Warmoth had them on sale. But I also ordered a Strat one, which will fit in there and intonate okay. And then I can use the Strat on the other guitar if I want. So I have a choice of a couple of necks for the guitars. But I'm looking to do this in a stain and a satin finish, and do a couple of P90s, humbucker size P90s, and maybe a single coil in the middle. But subject to change. So this is a Warmoth body also. Hardtail, do a hardtail on it. Just using some old stain I had, and see how it comes out. It's all I did a little bit on the inside here, a cherry, traditional cherry stain. Excess. So we got everything covered pretty good here. Alright. I want it to go with a lighter finish. Orangey red. Okay, that soak in. That's that. I'll paint in here with some paint, darker paint. I'll put this up on the box here. Let it dry. This will keep dust and bugs off. That's it for now. We'll come back and give it a clear coat in about an hour. Okay, we're back, and as you might have guessed by now, this is kind of a backyard budget project. Just using some old polyurethane finish and some old stain I had on an unfinished body. So just going to do the clear now, the satin finish. An old brush, and everything will settle in hopefully. Sides. satin finish that I've had around for some time. Let's finish up using it. I don't think I'll need it all, but all right. If need be, we'll come back and do a second coat if needed. This one looks when I get done. Got a bee flying around here. Alright, I think I got all the top and sides. That should settle in there. Got little blocks here. Keep it up off the. After giving the body finish a couple days to cure, we're just installing the string ferrules here. Okay, we just tap the ferrules in, 6 of them, with a piece of wood, so no, don't scratch these up the black finish or anything like that. Okay, we're installing the hip shot bridge here. It's a hardtail bridge, no tremolo. And if you remember in earlier photos, there was a little hole drilled through the body to get the ground wire up to the bridge. What I did was I just took a Dremel tool and opened that up a little bit and soldered a loose piece of ground wire I had here at home onto the bridge. Scuffed up the bridge a little bit. The brass is a little difficult to solder onto, but sanded it up a little bit, scuffed it up, and got that soldered here. And so now this solder joint will sit flush in the body, and that takes care of the bridge. We get that screwed in, and also ordered some Porter pickups. I got a humbucker size P90 up top here, which will fit into a standard humbucker opening, and then I got an overwound Strat pickup for the bridge area. So this the H90, which it's called, will go in the neck position. So they came from Porter. Looking forward to getting those in, and we'll get the bridge screwed in here, and we'll be back on track. Just putting in the last of these saddles, and the bridge will be done. That's it for the bridge. Snug them up a little bit, and we're good to go. Also, I mentioned previously that I had ordered a Stratocaster neck, and I put that on this guitar and took the Telecaster neck off. So this is a Strat neck, which fits on a Telecaster body, and it's got a slightly wider neck. I ordered the wide neck, which is 44 millimeter, up at the nut here. And Gives you about an extra 1/16 of an inch of space up there. So a little easier to play for me. So as far as shielding inside the body cavity, I've seen guitars that were painted with shielding paint. I've seen foil, copper, and aluminum. I'm not sure how much it affects or helps the guitar, but so I'm going to use just basically heating and air conditioning duct aluminum tape, which is a pretty thick, pretty substantial foil, and I'll line the cavity for what it's worth, and we'll see. I don't think it'll hurt, so we'll give it a whirl. A little extra on the edges. I'll basically just cut the fit and line it up. Having seen, like I said, guitars with some shielding, all shielding and no shielding, I've got all the foil finished in here, probably 99.9% coverage, and I'll run a ground to the main part here and solder the different areas together maybe. That's what I've read on the internet, so we'll give it a shot and see how it works. Setting up the pickguard for this guitar will be relatively straightforward. I ordered a Stratocaster loaded pickguard, which is a Yosemite setup, Yosemite pickups and controls. It's got the push-pull to incorporate the neck pickup. So what I'll do is I'll just pull all this out, replace the neck pickup with the Porter H90, which again is a P90 in a humbucker size. So that'll go in the neck. And then I have an overwound Strat from Porter, single coil, and that will go in the bridge position. The pickguard I ordered from Warmoth because it's a pretty special cut for that guitar, being it's a Telecaster body with Stratocaster internals, if you will. And so I ordered it with a humbucker route for the top by the neck and a standard single coil middle, and then a reverse slant for the bridge pickup. So basically we're just going to pull out all the wiring and controls, replace the neck and bridge pickups with the Porters, and then drop that into the new pickguard and line that up on the guitar, put the strings on, make sure everything's in alignment, and then we'll drill the holes for the new pickguard, and we should be in good shape if everything lines up, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. Okay. Just removing the original Fender pickups here, just unscrewing them and drop them out. All right, there goes the old pickguard, and in with the new. A little something to be cautious of or aware of is sometimes when removing volume or tone controls out of an old pickguard, sometimes these washers, the lock washers, stick to the foil, and you might not see it until you put the new guitar together, and then they fall out of nowhere. It's nice to put it back together and not have any parts laying around. So just check your pickguards carefully when you're reassembling the new one. For washers and stuff, they tend to fall out or get stuck to the foil. So it's a good thing to just kind of keep an eye out for them, double check. Okay, so we're just putting in the controls into the Telecaster pickguard. And a while back when I was putting together the first two Stratocasters, I ordered a bunch of extra screws, extra sets. I got black, nickel, and black and nickel, just in case I wanted to change over. The nickel's not much different than the chrome, but it's a little less shiny, I think. And I want like this guitar to kind of have like a subdued look to it. So I'll switch over to the nickel and just for kicks. But so we'll just put the controls in and see how it looks. Controls are in. I'm going to leave everything kind of loose until later on after we make sure all the pickups work, and then we'll take the plastic film off, the protective film, while everything's kind of loose, and that way we can get it out from around the nuts and screws and stuff. And we'll go ahead and put the pickups in now. So keeping the middle Fender Yosemite pickup, it's a reverse wound and reverse polarity, I believe. So I'm going to keep that in its original position. And when I was putting the nickel screws in, I realized that they're probably about the same as the chrome as far as shininess, and so I'm just going to keep the original ones that came with the Fender, and we'll get these. Keep them loose for now until we get the plastic cover off. And then I'll put in the porters and the output jack and a couple of grounds, and we should be ready to put strings on, hopefully, and get things lined up. The porter pickups are in the neck and bridge position, and we kept the original Fender Yosemite middle pickup. And everything's kind of loose right now. And I'm just going to solder up the lug for the ground that will go into the body, and then we'll solder up the other ground to the bridge ground that I had wired earlier through the body when I put the bridge on. And then hook up the white and the black on the output jack, and we'll be ready to hopefully fit all this into the body. Heat it up. Okay. Takes care of that. Soldering the ground that went to the bridge, and the other one goes to the volume pot, the other end of it. So we'll just put a little solder in this. And heat it up here a little bit. There we go. All right. That takes care of the bridge ground wire. And I soldered the lug on a minute ago to the one that goes in the body, and maybe we'll put a little solder in on some of this foil here to connect them. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll find out. It doesn't seem to be taken very well, so we'll just kind of have to let that go. Just soldering the output jack wires. The pick guard is in. I will say it was an extremely tight squeeze. A lot of wires hanging up underneath on the surface of the body. So there's a lot of prodding and just really tight route for these pickups and controls. So finally sitting pretty good. I'm just going to put 2 screws in and then string it up and see where the strings sit and line with the pickups. and take the plastic off. Like I said, I'm just going to put 2 screws in to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't start moving around and the wires start getting in the way again. And kind of hold it in place here. Okay, see how things are looking. Got a matte black pick guard. Let's see if we can get this off. Not too much of a mess. I have to pull some of the screws up a little bit and get the residual stuff out. Alright. I'll pull these screws up a little and get the remaining plastic out. I won't bore you with that, but looking pretty good so far. Hopefully the strings line up without incident. Okay, we're just going to do a pickup test. I got it plugged into an amp. Bridge pickup. Working. And bridge in middle. Okay, it's kind of a mellower. That's working. The Fender in middle. Looking good. And middle. And the H90. Good. And this should just be the H90. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Good. Looking good. That's a relief. Quiet. Good. That takes care of that. I got a little piece of foil sticking out, which I got to lift up and cut that out. But other than that, so far so good. So just finishing up the pickguard screws. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 left. A little divot. And I'm just using a little Dremel tool. Tiny drill bit on it. And let's get a little starter hole for a screw. These are tiny screws. Pop these in. Get some strings on this puppy and the knobs and control knobs. Okay. Yeah, a few more to do. I won't bore you putting all these in. And I'll be back in a minute. Here are 2 shots of the finished guitar just before final setup and check for playability and final adjustments.
I should start bringing my guitars to you to do the action.
It's easy.
Well, that sounds stratty, huh? Doesn't it?
And it's got a push-pull on the one tone.
Something interesting to play.
Yeah, go through it. Work.
Are you gonna edit this?
Yeah.
Because now I feel like I'm being recorded. I want to put my best foot forward.
I want the guitar to sound good, so I have you come over. So you have a push-pull on the lower tone that will incorporate the neck, the P90, H90.
Oh, cool.
How does it feel?
Excellent. I love this guitar. See, I think this is as nice as like your purchased ones.
I don't know about that.
You know what I like about it? It's got like a thin, flat neck, and it's super easy to bend on this.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's a wide. That's the Strat neck I put on it. It's a 10 to 16 radius. Here's hearing that pedal there. If you want to try a Fender, I just got that Fender pedal.
Oh,
if you
wow.
click on the left button, the bypass, it'll put you into reverb. There you go.
Oh wow, that's reverby, all right.
You can fiddle around with it. I just got that the other
Oh,
day.
you got everything cranked.
Well, I was just fooling around with it. The Legacy with the Eric Johnson pickups sounded really like crystal clear
Oh really?
through that. I mean, it was just beautiful.
Oh, that's cool. that middle pickup.
Yeah,
Let's go to the middle position.
That's the Fender.
That's kind of cool because you can go from kind of like a hot pickup there to like
Kind of mellow.
pretty traditional and then funky P90. Stuff. If I knew I was performing, I probably would work something up for you. We should probably put some distortion on it, right? Right. Let's see what that hot bridge pickup's like.
You really got to crank on it to get it up. Just for that alone, that's gorgeous. Man, I don't know, man. It's almost like that's such a great combo, like Strat with P90, because that just like it takes anything that's like strident or like shrill and just kind of puts this warm kind of blanket on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That they're really underrated. Like, I don't know why more people don't use them.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
I salute you.
Thank you.
You're a luthier.
That was my official first build.
Oh yeah, it's nice. The thing is too, it's really light.
Yeah.
Beautiful.